Hello, team. Welcome to this brief video related to microculture, the why, the when, the who, and the how of microcultures. If you've reached this video, you have an interest in creating a microculture and probably want just a little bit more information. So to begin on basically the what is a microculture? It's an extremely important tool that teams use, especially high performing teams, to really form the basis of relationships specifically in a development session. That's where we start, but we don't end there. And the goal is to build deep connections and to come to agreement. It allows us to reframe the ways of being and our ways of thinking in order to really stretch ourselves and stretch our limiting beliefs so that we're moving on to becoming the best versions and bringing the best versions of ourselves. So, why is it important? It's extremely important for many, many reasons. It is, an opportunity to create an agreement so that we will be however we choose to be, and it can reset relationships in total. And it gives us, each and every person the opportunity to put words on paper or words on a whiteboard that we'll agree to. And those words might be like authentic and open minded and listening and direct with respect. The goal is to bring it up time and time again so that it will remind us of how we're building things, how we're building our relationships, and how we're building a strategic plan or how we're building our leadership skills, our leadership behaviors, whatever it may be. This is how we choose to be. So for the when do we want to create a microculture? Well, that's a great question. And the answer is at the start of a strategic planning session, at the start of a leadership development session, at the start of a team, even norming and forming and norming and storming and performing. And it's also important to create a microculture when you want to reset with a delegate or reset with a line manager or with a boss. So you can basically create a microculture at any point in time if two or more people are in agreement that we will take this microculture to the next level. So who are the people involved in a microculture? Another great question. And that question is that teams are the people typically involved in microcultures. The thing about it is every single member of the team needs to have some skin in the game. So every single person should be putting words on the paper and bringing those words to life. That is the goal. And then when we bring them to life and we agree on it, we can hold each other accountable. That we've chose to be, the Vegas rule, and what happens here stays here. So we all agreed to that, and we're not going to violate our trust. So the who can also be two individuals. So as I said before, if a manager and a delegate want to get together and create reset on how we choose to be, because we are not human doings, we are human beings, and we want to recognize that we can get a lot of work done, but we have to start by saying, how will we be? So how do we do this? We do it with a spirit of collaboration. We do it with a spirit that I'm kind of presenting to you now. And we also ask questions. When we start with questions such as, how will we be today? And how do we really want to be during our time together? So not only today, but moving forward in the future would be ideal. If that's not possible, then let's just settle for how will we be to get today. And it might be different. And that's a good thing. So, and then what do we need? What do we need to shape our microculture? What do we need to clarify? If there are words on the screen that don't make sense to people, some people don't like the word direct, and so let's clarify that and be very specific on how we will be direct, but also we will do that with respect. And what does that mean to us, so that we can move forward? Once we agree to it, what do we need to hold one another accountable? Those are questions that begin the conversation, so that when we bring it back, we tend to add words to the screen or clarify words, or in some cases, even delete words. So here are examples of microcultures. Again, the goal is not to copy what you see here, but to spark your imagination and also to use them as examples as they're presented here, because you want to create your own microculture with your own team. And so these are completely different teams globally across the world that might have different values and may need different things, because in some cases we'll say, can we amp up? We're going to talk about something really serious today. So can we amp up up that learner's mindset? Or can we amp up that being non-judgmental and encouraging? Or can we amp up where we know and have confidence that this is a safe place to speak up? So at the top is talking about all the different priorities we have, and then prioritizing your time to be here, have an open mind, being willing to share the vulnerable side of us, which is difficult for some people. So, how do we hold one another accountable if we agree to that? If we agree to listen, to be open minded, to let everyone feel comfortable in opening up, and open to learn, be supportive and welcoming, curious and inquisitive. So, lots on that microculture at the top. On the bottom, I'm looking at authentic and being open, being don't judge, right? When we're judging, we're not being curious and it's not helpful for others. So be excited to learn new things and come with an open heart, listening with an open heart and being fierce but kind. So another microculture, you might not be able to see everything behind me, says a safe space, no judgment, to practice deep listening and understanding, to be mindful, to be happy and to have fun, to be open and sharing, to be brave, authentic, to be productive and respectful, and to foster psychological safety. So, really important key concepts there. And then finally, down below, we have an experienced team that has been through some of our sessions together. So, they've added some things and on top of some of what we've talked about. They've added the trust equation because we talk about the importance of trust in a high performing team. So, there it is, the ladder of inference, a presence model, and then psychological safety and the four pillars of psychological safety. So lots of things as you go about thinking about microculture, lots of things to consider there. But again, please do not copy what you see here. Instead, really allow people to open up and and put down what do they need to bring their best selves, and what do they need in the microculture in order to create that high performing team or to amp up the relationship between two individuals. All right. Well, we are always here for you if you need us. We're wishing you the very best of luck with microcultures, and we have faith in you. So you've got this. Take care, and we'll see you next time.